Today we are going to be roasting a whole chicken, and I have my son Micah here. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Micah, tell everyone how old you are.
I'm 11.
And what do you like to make in the kitchen the most?
Pancakes.
Pancakes, yeah. He makes really good pancakes for breakfast in the morning for the whole family, and occasionally waffles. Mm-hmm. Yep. So today I thought it'd be fun to have Micah be here with us, and he is going to kind of walk through with my guidance on how to roast a whole chicken, and then we're going to make a potato salad with shallots and parsley and chives that has Dijon mustard as well mixed throughout it. So we're going to start first by opening up our chicken and having him rinse it and pull out the icky bits. So we're going to do that first. So Micah, why don't you take that over to our sink? So Mike is going to take the scissors and he is going to cut open the bag, and he's going to be really careful not to nick any of the skin of the chicken, and then he'll pull out the bag that's inside the cavity of the chicken. We'll rinse it off, and then we're going to bring it over to our cutting board and pat it dry.
No.
Okay, how was that? Sticking your hand in there and washing it?
Creepy.
A little creepy, but you did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you do that again?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so now that it's rinsed, I'm going to have you, Micah, pat it dry for us. So we're just using a couple paper towels, rolling them on top of each other. And then we're going to flip it over to the other side and pat that side dry as well. And I thought today we would actually butterfly our chicken. It will just cut down our cooking time in the oven substantially. So you don't have to do this step. This is just something I think is important to learn how to do. It just makes roasting a little bit simpler. So we're going to take our kitchen scissors and the back part of the bird, and we're going to go alongside the spine of the bird. So we're going to go on both of these sides. So I can do this one side. We're just going to cut in. And it is kind of gross because you will hear a lot of cracking and crunching, but again, it will cut down your time when you cook it in the oven. Okay, so I did that side, and then you can do this side. So kind of hold right here. You can feel where it's like very cartilagey and has a lot of bone. And watch your fingers, please.
Here?
Yeah. Great. Yep, you got it. Good job. Keep going. Beautiful. Okay, so this part we actually can save, and I'll put it in a freezer baggie and then pull it out later when I want to make stock. So don't throw away this bit. Okay, now that this has been cut, we're gonna bring our pan over. And we're gonna take, I'm gonna have you do this, Micah. You're gonna take the chicken and you're gonna flip it over. And kind of, this is why it's called butterfly. You're gonna pull it out so that it looks butterflied. And if it's giving you problems, you're gonna have to be like a chiropractor and crack it a little bit. There you go. Okay, perfect. Now that our chicken is butterflied and in our pan, we're now gonna add a few things to it. So we're gonna slice up this orange. We're just gonna add olive oil, pepper, and some salt, and that's it, keeping it really simple. Mm-hmm. So I'll make the first slice, Micah, and then you can, I would use this knife. It's a lot sharper. So probably need like 4 more slices like that. And then keep your hands tucked back. Yep. Maybe a little bit thinner. Perfect. Okay, and that's all. So now what I want you to do is we're gonna take our orange slices and go under our chicken. Great. And the orange just adds a really nice sweetness to our chicken and to the broth. You can use lemon. You don't even have to use anything if you don't want. This is what we like to do. Perfect. That's great. And now we're going to add olive oil to the top. So you can take our olive oil and you're going to just generously drizzle it all over. Beautiful. And then we're gonna take our salt, and here I'll scoop it out for you, and then I'll put this in your hand and you can sprinkle it all over. So just kind of like take your other hand and pinch it around like that. It's great. Okay, so we have the oranges, the salt, the olive oil, and now we're gonna add just a little bit of chili to our chicken. And this is gonna be a really fun part for you, Micah, because you're gonna get your hands really messy and rub this whole chicken down so that everything is evenly coated. So just take your hands and just rub it. Just go to town. Okay, now while you go wash your hands with a lot of soap, I'm just gonna finish it off. I'm just gonna add a little bit more olive oil to the top, and then our pepper. And then we're gonna put this in the oven. It's already been preheating to 400 degrees, and then we're gonna put it in for about 45 minutes. Now that our chicken is in the oven and cooking, we're gonna start on our potato salad. So the first thing we're gonna do is rinse off our potatoes and then start peeling them. So Micah, tell me something that you would love to learn how to make.
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee. Oh yeah, he wanted to make creme brulee last night. I said no. We'll have to make that soon. Okay. I'm actually gonna slice these so it goes a little bit faster. Beautiful. Do you want to put the rest of those peels in that bowl for me? Thank you. I just got this knife, so it's so sharp. All right, you can start opening the lid to that, Micah, and let's start putting our potatoes in the water.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so our potatoes are done. We strained them and set them aside, and now we're gonna work on our base before we add our potatoes back. So Micah, I am gonna cut our shallots, and then I'm gonna have you saute everything, and then I will add our potatoes back into the pan, okay? Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna chop. We're just roughly chopping all of our shallots. Okay, so Micah, what we're gonna do over here is we'll turn on the fire and then add like a good drizzle of olive oil to the base of this pan. Okay, that's great. So probably about like a tablespoon and a half of olive oil, and then we're gonna add our shallots to the pan, and you can take the wooden spoon right there and just kind of mix these around and saute them. And then once the shallots are in, we're gonna add our Dijon mustard. So about 2 tablespoons. Okay, and just let that all kind of heat up together. And while he's doing that, I'm just gonna chop up our parsley and chives and get those ready. Okay, and I'm gonna take our chives and just chop those up as well. And it's totally fine if they get mixed in with the parsley. Okay, and we'll come back over here. And we're just gonna saute our potatoes in with our shallots and our mustard and our olive oil and just get them well coated. And we're gonna add salt as well. Yep, and then you can just keep adding them in here. And then at this point, I'm gonna turn off the heat and we're gonna start adding our fresh herbs. Okay, we're done now. We have our chicken and our potato salad. And Micah, you really made that on your own. You did amazing. How was that for you on a scale of 1 to 10, hard-wise?
Well, like 7.
7, it was hard?
Oh, I know, like a 3.
Like a 3, yeah. So now we're gonna cut our chicken and plate it up. So I'm gonna take my fork and we're gonna cut around the thighs here. We're gonna cut down the breasts and we're gonna cut off the wings as well. And then we'll serve it up for everyone, okay? Okay.